welcome back to Vegas Veteran Voices. I am your host, Ronnie Long, and have the pleasure of sitting with my friend, Rachel Kopetz.
You can just call me Rachel Veronica. That's cool.
I've been calling her Veronica all the time. I don't know why, but it just goes straight to Veronica. But her name is Rachel.
Yes.
Rachel, where are we right now?
We are in Zen Private Paradise, which is my private home. I use PeerSpace, but this is where I do my hypnosis sessions if I do live sessions. That's why you're here today, because we did a mini session for you.
We did do a mini session. I went ahead and went under for a little bit. It's very difficult to put me under, and it was kind of interesting that you were going through the steps. Just relaxing in general is difficult for me. I'm in a very relaxed state right now, kind of, and I kind of feel like the tension of it. Like I know I can't jump up on my feet real quick if I could, if I needed to, and that stresses me out. But that's okay. The dog's helping. Yeah, there's a dog. See, there's a dog. Yeah. So, what got you into this?
I've had my own mental problems for quite a while, going to war, coming home, just losing your identity, not knowing who you are, getting into drugs, partying, alcohol, just kind of snowballing into an effect of like I hate myself, and just never really loving myself from any kind of standpoint. And I kind of was just getting sick of my own BS, and I quit my job in 2020, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what is my purpose? I'm like, my purpose is to serve others. That's what it is in my heart. Like, I'm supposed to be here to help others heal. So in 2020, Marissa Peer, I found her hypnotherapy courses. It's called Rapid Transformational Therapy, and that's where I began my journey to become a hypnotherapist. I've done about like 800 hours of training to become a clinical hypnotherapist to help other issues that are more severe. I just feel like this is my purpose in the world. Unfortunately, I was still in my drugs and alcohol during the first 3 years of me trying to do this professionally. So I wasn't really taking it seriously. It wasn't up until I got sober in 2023 that I changed everything about my lifestyle and who I hung out with, the things that I do. I work out every single day now. Like, I don't hang out with the people I used to. I don't drink. I don't party. I don't do any of that stuff. So now I'm in a space where, okay, this is way more healthy for me to actually help people, because I'm, number one, I'm not on drugs and I'm not messed up, and I have the lived experience. Like, I didn't just read all of this in a book. I have the real life experience of going through the trauma, getting myself out of it because the VA wasn't helpful. They just wanted to push drugs on me. I did end up in the E ward, where you don't want to go in the VA hospital. I was there for about 7 days, and you think that would have been my rock bottom, but it wasn't. That was in 2015 when I went to the E ward, and then 2023 is when I got sober. So between those 10 years, there was just a lot of craziness, and I just kind of needed to figure out who I was, and now I know. So now I'm here to help others overcome that, because I know what it's like.
Yeah. And you did this, was this interest built in when you were in the military at all? You said you discovered it later on, but while you're in the military, did you try any type of therapy while you're in?
Talk therapy.
Just talk therapy?
Yeah.
Talk therapy sucks. It sucks so much.
Yeah.
It's like they just wait for you to say whatever, and then they just ask you how you feel the entire time.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work. Like, therapy can give you the awareness, but doing self-hypnosis on myself to really figure out my problems, that dug a little deeper.
Yeah. And when did you get into the military?
2008.
2008?
To 2014.
To 2014. You had 5 years in?
I had 6.
You had 6 years in. What did you do?
I was a logistics specialist, 92 Alpha.
92 Alpha.
I never did my job, though. When we got
do.
deployed, I worked the ECP, so I was at the gate every day.
Oh.
12-hour days at the gate.
They put you at the gate?
Yeah.
Were you supposed to intimidate people?
I was only allowed to stand guard because obviously I'm a woman and the culture in Afghanistan is a little different. So
I remember. Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to check the trucks. I wasn't allowed to check personnel. I just had to stand there and look like a soldier, like I knew what I was doing.
Oh, that's right. Army, soldier. That's it. They're like, oh, look, a little tiny person. That's okay.
They would always ask me about my glasses. Like they never saw glasses because I used to wear glasses.
You had the BCGs?
They were cooler than those because that was like basic training. They made you wear those.
Yeah.
You didn't have to wear those overseas.
You didn't have to wear them. No. You could have, though.
Could have. I chose not to.
That would be wild because you got like the blue eyes and then you had the big old BCGs. Yeah. That would have been wild. Originally, yeah. Awesome. And then when you got out, because you're from the Midwest, right?
I'm from Ohio.
Ohio.
I was in the National Guard.
You're in the National Guard. Okay. Ohio. Gozaimasu. That's Japanese. But what made you want to come to Vegas?
You know, that's a great question. I hate snow. I was tired of living in the cold and dreary Ohio, Cleveland weather. I came to Vegas when I was 13 with my parents for New Year's. And like ever since then, I was like, I think I want to live there. And then I came back here when I was 21. And I'm like, yeah, I definitely want to come here. And then I just made a decision. Like I had a year left on my contract when I got out or when we came home from war. And I was like, after this year, I'm moving to Vegas. I drove. It took me 3 days to get here from Ohio.
Really?
And I got here on the day of my ETS, which was cool.
It took you 3 days to drive here?
Yeah.
Man, I think it took me 26 hours to drive to Nashville from Vegas. But then again, I didn't stop.
Yeah, we stopped like every 400 miles or something.
Oh. So that's the logistics expert in her saying, like, logistically, we should not be chugging as many energy drinks and coffee as I am.
Yeah. And it was like dead winter. It was like the middle of January.
Oh, leaving the Midwest at that time?
Yeah, so we had to like go down. We went through like Texas.
Oh, man, that would have been rough. That actually sounds like a rough trip.
It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad?
I don't really remember it, but it wasn't.
No, you had a goal in mind. It's amazing how the journey just kind of disappears when you're going to your destination. And what did you do when you got here?
I did bad things. Oh, no, I didn't do bad things.
Work-wise.
I got into nightlife. I was in the nightlife scene for a little while. And then in 2015, 16, I got into the cannabis industry. And I worked my way up from bud tender to general manager, overseeing all operations of a production and cultivation facility out here.
Nice.
Yes.
I've worked in a couple of those. And it's an interesting industry. Yeah. But like especially when I walked in, I saw all the trimmers doing the whole thing, getting everything set up for like just the distribution was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did security. I brought my dog. Probably wasn't supposed to bring my dog, but no one was there, so who cares? I was in the middle of the desert. In 2020, you had to quit the job?
Yes, I did quit my job in 2020. It's a very toxic environment that I was in, and I just said I don't need this, and then I quit.
And then you got into hypnotherapy. Why this specifically instead of other types of therapy?
Well, I had been following Marissa Peer for like the 6 years prior, and she totally changed my life with her I Am Enough TED Talk. So she already planted the seed that there's like hope for change. So when I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw that she had an accreditation program, I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. I got goosebumps too. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I literally signed up that day. They called me. They have to do interviews just to make sure you're a good fit. And I was chosen.
You were chosen?
Yeah.
They picked you. You're like, yeah, this is the one. She sounds like she got her stuff together. Or like,
but I was still on drugs and drinking and just trying to.
But that's just wherever you're at. As long as you're starting your journey, that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. I think a lot of people think that they have to be perfect before they can start doing something to change their life, which kind of goes against the whole point. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people do you normally try to see? Like, do you have like a whole list of clients right now?
I don't at the moment. I just had one the other day, but I'm still just kind of fresh in this, getting my face out there. A lot of people don't even know what hypnosis is, or they just have like the fear that I'm gonna manipulate them and make them do weird things. And it's like, no, if I could do that, I'd be a millionaire right now. You know, like I'd make you add a couple extra zeros at the end of that check. So I can't do anything crazy to manipulate people, but I've had people say it's a spiritual thing. I'm like, I don't even, that doesn't even make sense. That's not what we do here. We are literally fixing your belief system and how you feel about yourself and giving you a new identity.
And I mean, is it a new identity or is it the real identity?
I would say it would be the real one, the one that you want to be, the person that you want to be.
Now, I know, like, for mine, I don't think I'm a unique case. I think a lot of people think like I do, maybe. But it's hard for me to understand because I have no idea who I am. How do you discover that if the person doesn't even know what they are?
Well, we'd have to really sit down and talk about it because in the back of your mind, like, you know who you are. You just don't want to admit it because then that would require change. That's what a lot of people are like. I did that for years. Like, I don't know what I want. I don't know who I am. I don't, da 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 da. And it was like I was resisting who I was because I didn't want to change the patterns and the person that I was being at that time, you know? I had the identity of an addict, of a party girl, of this crazy lifestyle. You know, that's hard to give up when you live in it 7 days a week. And then you go to like isolating yourself and not talking to anybody, and like that was tough, you know? So like knowing that part of me doesn't have to exist anymore, and I can create this superhero version of myself and become that and embody that every day. But it's really just being honest with yourself. So you just have to get a little bit more honest with yourself because you definitely know. You just don't want to admit it.
Well, there's things I know I want, but I don't know how positive they actually are sometimes. So who is the superhero version of Rachel
This is who you see right now.
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because it was wild. Because I remember I asked you to just hang out one day, and I was like, "Man, that's crazy." She said yes. I was like, "That's a wild statement." Because you just say, "Hey, do the intake form. That way we can get started." And I'm like, "All right."
I wanted to see who I was dealing with, you know? Let's see who this guy really is.
Yeah, it took about 5 minutes before she was like, "I wish I could just smack the shit out of you, just so you can start thinking right." But I feel like you're trying to make that happen, which is, I don't know.
Well, the thing about our brains, it doesn't like conflicting beliefs. So if you want this but you want that, you have to kind of choose. So it's always going to go to what's familiar. So if you're saying you want all these positive things to happen in your life, but you're not acting differently, you know, how are you going to embody that when you're still doing the old familiar things?
That's true. I see it all the time when I go, because I go in the tunnels underground with Shine a Light, and there's a lot of addicts that are down there. But ironically, some are not. But like the self core beliefs that a lot of these guys have, it's absolutely wild because they could change their life. But exactly what you're saying is, some of them I expect to see down there every day for the next like 6 months, and it's not going to change because the belief that they deserve better, it gets hard because it's this shame thing, right? Like my sister hit me up and she told me, like my sister brings it up a lot. I live in shame. She's watched me live in shame for a long time. And shame and guilt are two different things, right? Guilt is something that you feel bad about because of something you've done. Shame is what you are, right?
And you like internalize it.
Yeah. Shame is like the inability to see the positive because all you feel like is, this is what I deserve because of this. And like further, it gets comfortable. It gets really comfortable in the shame box. You know what I mean? Because as long as I feel shame in myself, I don't really care what anyone else thinks. Doesn't really matter because like you can hate me all you want. You can't hate me more than me. I have ChatGPT roast me every single night before bed. It's actually one of my favorite things to do. It's like a laugh thing.
Well, now you have a recording to listen to that will rewire those things that they're saying to you because you need to tell yourself better things than being roasted every day.
It's really fun, though. I'd play it, but that'd be complete contradictory to what we're doing
Exactly.
here. Yeah. Oh, man. Sometimes I get other people to do it, too. That's toxic right there. You should roast yourself. You should just, like, call your shit out. Because that's what it does. It just calls out those shit in your life, which is something I feel like I need to do all the time. I never want myself to actually forget that, I'm not succeeding all the time. And that's, I don't know if that's a negative thing, but we have a moment where you had me go under. So right now, let's go ahead and roll the clip. And
All right, we can begin? Yep. You want to take your mask off really quick? Okay.
oh, there's a black dog.
All right, Ronnie, I just want to set the expectation clearly before we begin. When you said you want me to dig deep and fix you, I hear that. And we're going to go deep. But with your brain and nervous system, deep does not mean reliving trauma and opening old memories. Deep means changing the beliefs and pressure your system is living under in a way that's safer for your brain and your body. Does that sound okay?
That sounds okay.
You know, you've lived a long time under the idea that you have to suffer more, carry more, stay busy, stay strong, and never stop. Today's not about pushing. It's about letting your system finally stand down. So you won't be asked any questions during this session. You won't have to talk. You won't have to feel anything. This is about calming the nervous system and ending the internal pressure that's been driving everything. So I just have one question. If you left here feeling even 10% lighter, what would your body notice first?
I don't know. I honestly don't.
You don't know? That's okay. You don't have to know. But maybe you'll know after the session, and then you can feel what that feels like. So, all right, Ronnie, let me get this started.
There's a black dog here.
Do you want him there or no?
He's comfy.
Okay.
Be safe.
It's only gonna be 15 minutes. Okay. Ronnie, just make yourself comfortable with your hands and feet not quite touching. Take a nice deep breath in and out. And as you breathe, let every conscious thought drift away. And now just look up as high as you possibly can, keeping your eyes glued to a real or imaginary spot overhead. And as you look up, just take another deep breath in and out. And each time you blink, that's powerful hypnosis coming upon you. Just one last time, breathe in, keeping your eyeballs up. And as you exhale, just softly, easily close your eyelids right down, all the way down. And as your eyelids shut down, allow your attention to shift inward. The muscles and nerves in and around your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, drowsy, and your eyelids are feeling as if they've been glued shut, sealed shut, and locked tightly together. Just gently rock your head from side to side and feel your neck muscles are completely loose and you feel yourself letting go. That's perfect, Ronnie. Release any tension your body may be experiencing by first relaxing your brow, the space behind your eyes, relaxing your jaw, and opening your heart. You are relaxing your whole body from your head down to your toes and simply allowing a drifting, floating sensation to develop. Let that drifting, floating feeling take over. I want you to use your imagination as if you were looking down a flight of stairs, and you can see, feel clearly and vividly in your mind the most beautiful staircase with 10 steps. Each step you take from 10 to 1, you will see, hear, and feel your feet as you descend down the stairs. And on each step, you will feel more relaxed as you go deeper and deeper into hypnosis. And here you are, Ronnie, looking down 10 steps. You're moving on to step 10. As each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper into relaxation. You're taking step 9. There is nowhere to be. There is nothing to do except be here, right now. Just be. You're taking step 8, and you can see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet treading each step as you go deeper, relaxing your body and locking on to my voice. You're taking step 7. Just drift down, travel down to an even deeper level, letting my voice carry you. You're taking step 6, and every sound and movement around you is carrying you further, deeper, way deeper into a wonderful awareness of yourself. You're taking step 5. You're halfway down, going deeper, deeper with every heartbeat, every breath. Just let every thought slip away. Let every bit of tension in your body slip away. You're taking step 4 as every muscle turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You're taking step 3 and you're feeling that relaxation flow through your body, drifting gently deeper. You're taking step 2. You are surrendering. You are in a safe place to let go and relax, to let go and drift even deeper. And as you easily move on to step 1, just sleep deeper, go deeper, and drift deeper. Ronnie, as you sit here, you don't need to do anything at all. There's nothing to fix, nothing to remember, nothing to figure out. Just allow your body to be supported by the couch beneath you, noticing the simple fact that you are being held right now. Your legs are resting, your body is supported, and your breathing can move at its own natural pace. Ronnie, let this be a few minutes where nothing is asked of you, where you don't need to perform, protect, or provide. Just breathe, just exist. That is enough. Ronnie, just notice the weight of your body being supported, the solid contact beneath you, the fact that you are here and nothing is being asked of you. With every breath out, your body receives a clear message. There is no immediate demand, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to manage, nothing you need to carry right now. Ronnie, you don't need to focus hard. You don't need to try. If thoughts come and go, that's fine. Let them pass in the background while your body does what it already knows how to do: settle, regulate, and reduce pressure. Ronnie, your nervous system begins to recognize this moment as different from moments that required vigilance. There is no threat here, no urgency, no danger. Just enough calm for your system to stand down slightly, and that is more than enough. Ronnie, as you listen now, your mind begins to recognize a truth that changes everything. You do not have to suffer to be worthy. You do not have to hurt to earn your place. You do not have to carry everyone else to justify your existence. That belief may have kept you functioning, but it is no longer required. Ronnie, from this moment forward, your subconscious releases the suffering contract, the agreement that says, I must pay with pain. The idea that life only makes sense if I struggle. You tear up that contract right now, Ronnie. You have already done enough. You have already carried enough. You have already proven enough. Your system no longer needs to suffer as fuel. Ronnie, your nervous system begins learning something new and safe. Rest does not mean danger. Calm does not mean weakness. Ease does not mean loss of control. In fact, ease is what allows your system to stabilize, regulate, and repair. Ronnie, your body is allowed to stop bracing. Your brain is allowed to stop scanning. Your muscles are allowed to soften. And nothing bad happens when you soften, Ronnie. Everything improves. Your thinking becomes clearer. Your energy becomes steadier. Your presence becomes stronger because you are no longer burning yourself out just to stay upright. Ronnie, you've spent a lifetime making sure everyone else is okay, often at the cost of yourself. Today, that begins to change. Not by force, not by emotion, but by permission. Ronnie, you are allowed to matter too. Ronnie, you are allowed to exist without serving. Ronnie, you are allowed to take care of your body without guilt. Ronnie, you are allowed to matter without earning it. You are allowed to rest without justifying it. You are allowed to take up space without apology. You don't need to like yourself today. You don't need to feel positive. The only thing that changes now is this. You stop attacking yourself, Ronnie. You are allowed to speak nice to yourself because you matter. You've always mattered, Ronnie. Ronnie, you don't need to love yourself today. That is not required. What changes now is simpler and safer. You stop attacking yourself. Neutral is enough. Calm is enough. Existing without punishment is enough. And your system responds immediately when the internal pressure eases. Ronnie, your body knows how to find balance. It knows how to reduce unnecessary tension. It knows how to settle when given permission. Nothing is being forced. Nothing is being fixed. Your system simply remembers how to regulate when it no longer has to brace itself constantly. Ronnie, every time you allow this kind of calm, your nervous system becomes more familiar with it, more accessible, more available. This is not effort, it's allowance. Ronnie, your system understands that it does not need to relive anything to be helped. Regulation happens without excavation. Relief happens without force. And your body begins to settle into this truth automatically. Ronnie, you are more than what you've carried, more than what you've endured, more than what your body has been through. You don't have to prove your worth through suffering or service. Your value is inherent, not conditional. Ronnie, you can care about others and still care about yourself. Those two things no longer compete. As your internal stance softens, your body notices. Your breathing becomes steadier. Your muscles relax. Your mind quiets in a way that feels safe. Ronnie, from today onward, you are no longer the man who survives by suffering. You are the man who leads by stability. Ronnie, you protect your brain. You protect your body. You protect your energy. Ronnie, you don't need to punish yourself to keep everyone else comfortable. Ronnie, you are allowed to slow down and still be strong. You are allowed to rest and still be capable. You are allowed to choose peace without losing your edge. Ronnie, your subconscious accepts this identity now, integrating it fully so your nervous system operates from stability and self-protection by default. From this moment on, your system operates from this identity without effort, without force, without reverting. Ronnie, in a moment, will bring your awareness back to the room, keeping the steadiness with you. There's no rush. Just notice the support beneath you, the sounds around you, the fact that you are here. Begin to move your fingers or toes if you want, letting your body reorient at its own pace. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes, feeling grounded, present, and steady. And if you're listening to this before bed, just drift into the most peaceful, healing sleep. How's that?
That was good. I don't know where I'm at.
That's a good sign. That means it worked.
It's a good dog. He's so warm.
I know. He's a good guy.
Yep. And with that, we're back. Black, ready to attack. Like a Mac. I can't rap. I keep on rhyming. Yeah, so that actually was very difficult to actually go under. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you don't do this every day, right?
I don't. Meditation and trying to relax. It usually takes me like 2 hours to fall asleep around there. Probably. I'm guessing. It's not like I look at a clock and like, all right, now it's time to pass out. But like, I know it's a long time before I can pass out. And then I wake up multiple times. So I know rest and sleep is a difficulty for me. And, gosh, the visualization is also difficult. Why is that such a difficult process for people?
You know, everybody's different. I don't visualize when I go under. It's just a blank screen in my mind. Some people just have a different connection in their brain that they can see things. You know, everybody's just different, how we're wired.
Yeah. And does that kind of depend on, do you think that's a nurture or nature kind of thing? Like, is it just the person, or you think it's chemical, mental?
Could be a combination of everything.
No combination of everything. Yeah. Every person is different.
Just how your DNA structure is. Just, I know, like, when I was smaller, like a child, I could visualize better than I do now. And I don't know if, like, something just got blocked, like, during that time of me growing up. Sometimes that can happen. You just get blocks.
I can see that. Blocks. It's like the brain creates protections, right? And then the protections end up kind of being prisons in a weird way. I think I have something going on when it comes to that, because there are definitely some things I wish I could change. I just don't know what I would rather change them into. Most days I just wish I was a different person altogether, you know? I don't even care what that person looks like, as long as he wasn't me.
That is just the saddest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know. Well, you already remember, I already had it in my other podcast, but like I talked about, like, I would love to affect the world in such a positive freaking way. And then the moment I die, be completely forgotten. Yeah. Not the stuff I did. I want the stuff I did to survive, but for me, myself, to not exist. That's like an ideal situation mentally. Why? I don't know. I don't think I'm that valuable. And that's a hard one to overcome, you know?
You're pretty valuable.
I mean, maybe. Here's the problem. You just
gotta believe it.
One of the hardest parts to believe in is like, and you can do the whole man, woman freaking thing. I feel like the only thing that is born with value is, it's like women, kids, and dogs. I think there's a song that talks about that. But as for a guy, it's like, if you don't produce anything, you don't provide anything, you don't do enough, it's like, you're really worthless. And even me, when I meet a guy who's like not doing anything, it really irritates me. I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing with your life? I was at a coffee shop the other day, right? Just editing my book, getting some stuff knocked out, and just kind of trying to get some work done, right? And I'm sitting there, and I didn't realize I was kind of crashing a date because I went to the community table over there, and I'm not trying to listen, okay? I'm not trying to listen, but he's very loud. He is excessively loud, and he is talking about. He is overly passionate about the fact how he feels disrespected that he was texted the thumbs up emoji. Like, we going on a 10-minute rant about the disrespect of his time and his stuff about emojis and how it just makes him pissed off. First off, and I'm looking at her, and she's doing this thing. Like, he's looking, like, if he's talking and she's looking up, like, she's completely zoned out. And like, this is what this guy's completely. He's like, and then he ends it with like, you don't realize how hard it is to be a 22-year-old man. Like, bro.
I bet you haven't even been to war, bro.
No, he definitely has not been to war. I think he was wearing Crocs. No self-respecting man would wear those. Yeah, but it's just I find myself kind of judging when it comes to that. It's like, you haven't done anything. Like, you really haven't. Like, if this is your biggest argument, your biggest complaint, like, it's really irritating, right? And that feels terrible to judge people on that because I don't know that for a fact. I don't. Maybe he's just focusing on that because it's a light thing that he could probably just change. I don't know. But he's also a 22-year-old guy, so I don't know either. But when it comes to the actual self-value and actually figuring it out, I still don't feel like I've done enough to do anything. Like, the ripple effect that I created hasn't done anything to affect the world around me.
Really? You don't think this podcast is? You don't think all the people that you talk to on a daily basis, you don't leave an imprint?
It's hard to say. This is because Brenton invented this podcast, and I am grateful for the man for that. He is an awesome individual, right? He's baby-faced today, but I'm not judging him on that, right? But without this, if he didn't do this, it wouldn't be able to happen, right? And the people I talk to every day, I mean, I talk to a lot of people every day, but mostly just to say good morning, motherfucker, how you doing, all that shit, right? Because sometimes that's the extent they can have. And at the same time, I found out that most people don't have even one person that reaches out to them every day. And so there's like 60 in the morning that I reach out to every single day just so they know that they're reached out to. Even if no one else talks to them, at least someone talks to them. And in a weird way, that's the one contribution I can actually give. But once that's over, or once they have someone else that does that, they can move on. They'll be happy. I think it's okay.
You don't think that's like impactful?
I don't know.
I feel like you have just a little bit of a victim mindset, but I don't know if that's accurate.
It's a huge victim mindset. Yeah.
You're not the victim.
I'm not the victim?
You're not.
No, I'm the perpetrator. Yeah, I know.
You do matter, Ronnie. You're allowed to matter. You're allowed to care about yourself. I think a lot of the things that you're hearing on a daily basis, like, is just not good from other people, maybe your childhood, the way you were spoken to as a kid, always having to protect everybody else, you know? Like, all of these things compound into why you feel like this today.
Yeah, I can't ever think of a time where I wasn't in this kind of mindset.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, oh, PTSD from war. I'm like, no. You know what's sad? Afghanistan was the one place I was able to sleep through the whole night without waking up.
It's just wild to me.
Why?
Because I had to take like 4 NyQuil just to pass out.
It was the first place I felt like my outside matched my insides.
Just chaos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in a weird way, I was able to sleep very well through the night, all the time. And I think also the thought that I can die tomorrow. And there was like a weird comfort in that. Like, it was like, not that I wanted to die. I did, but that's not the point. The point was like, it wouldn't be hard. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be hard to. And that ability to understand that, yeah, it could just be over tomorrow if I wanted it to be. Like, I could just stop and have. having that like option right there was, but at the same time, like I wanted them to earn it too, which was even more wild of a mindset. Being 21 in a combat zone when you're already from a pretty interesting environment. Come here, buddy. What's up? Yeah, I know I'm a crazy person, but so it's weird. It's a weird experience because you create an ego that I'm still trying to kill every single day, and it's hard. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you shouldn't kill your ego all the time." And my ego will destroy things. My pride will destroy. It has, and growing up, the things I chose to do in order just to provide and protect. Gosh.
It could have been worse, though.
It could have been.
Yeah.
It always could be worse. Yeah. I don't have a golden AK-47. So it's a whole different movie reference. But, it always could be worse. Doesn't mean I like that person that very much, and I hate that they even exist inside of me.
That's why you need the alter ego. That's what I help people create, is this alter ego, superhero version of yourself. And that's who you embody every day. That's why having these recordings that I give all my patients, it reinstalls what they want. I know this one that we did for you is more of like a nervous system reset. Mm-hmm. And then in a few weeks, maybe we can go dive a little deeper. But you can't even tell me right now what you want. So
I don't
we got to
even
figure
know.
that out before we can just.
I can't even imagine a superhero version of myself. Yeah, being a hero is not what I see myself. I don't even have an inner child. I don't know. You said I probably just never was a child, so we have to find my inner child.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Probably looks like this. Just small, hairy, flinchy, and black. That's what it is. No, but that's all right. Well, what is the process? Does it always start out with a nervous reset before you start going through? Is there like a certain step process that you have created?
Yeah, so this session for you was different than the other sessions that I do. So this was the first time I've done something like this, which I feel like this is just better for your body, for your brain, for your situation, So everybody's different though.
Yeah.
But I start off, I send a form for people to fill out. It's a pre-intake form, so I can like pre-qualify you to see if I even want to work with you or to see if I can even help you.
Yeah, because you told me like epilepsy, like you can't do it.
Yeah, I can't work with people that have epilepsy, unfortunately. And then it goes to, I jump on a Zoom call with them, and then we create this version of themselves that they want. And then I'll create their transformation, and then we'll set up the time to do their actual session. We'll take them down the stairs, regress them back to a few scenes, kind of figure out where let's just say it's anxiety. We're going to go dive in, see where this anxiety started. And from that point, we can just change the belief system, because that's what really it's all about. It's changing our beliefs, because you believe so much that you have to suffer all the time. And then that's like God's making you suffer when we're not supposed to suffer here in this world. Like, the goal isn't to be happy every day. The goal for me is to now be proud of myself and the things that I do every day, because in turn, then I'll be happy because I'm proud of myself. So that's how I've kind of like started to live like that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm proud of you.
Thanks. I'm proud of you.
I know
for even doing this,
Yeah, I know. Brent was saying, we need to get you on the couch. I'm like, okay. Every day he calls me just to say, hey, just so you know, love you, and you're fucked up. And then he just hangs up. I don't fucking know why he does that. Hey, what's up? Love you. Go Birds. You're fucked up. He's been telling me to talk to you for like the longest time. And then we randomly meet at a midnight freaking facial thing.
Yeah. Very random.
Yeah, she was like, are you Daniel? I was like, do I look like a Daniel?
I didn't know your name was Ronnie. Or I would have called you Ronnie. I probably should have just said, are you with the Vegas Veteran Voices?
Yeah, after she said that, I was like, oh, yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's actually kind of funny when I get approached like that. Like, you're on the Vegas Veteran Voices. Are you a veteran? No. Why are you watching? Like, it just podcasts pop up. Yeah. Okay. So there's different kind of work that you do. You have the nervous system reset. We just talked about the alter ego, inner child there. What is
It's
the
inner child healing. It's just part of the session.
Part of the session.
Yeah, if they need that, I will
Why
do
is the
that.
inner child important?
Oh, it's so important because a lot of our inner childs have been screaming for us just to hold them, like listen to me. I know for myself personally, I would have like these mini temper tantrums if I didn't get my way because my inner child screaming like whatever, I'm being rejected or so you're being abandoned. Like I have really deep rooted abandonment rejection issues. So like when things like that happen, my inner child's like, you know?
That might be something for me. I usually expect to get rejected. Like I'm always expecting to get rejected or denied or turned down, and like there's a weird comfort in it. Like it's like if I get rejected, I'm like, I knew it, and I feel happy about it, which is weird.
Yeah, because you're already putting that out into the universe, right? Like you're already having that energy that you're going to be rejected. So
It doesn't happen often though, and that's what the weird thing is. Like I'm expecting it to happen, and it doesn't happen often. I had a whole bar just karaoke singing the other day, just because I just convinced them that it would be a good idea. Like it just people will do ridiculous things when I asked, and I'm just a friend of mine. She told me she's like, you have this weird innate ability to just say things and they come into existence that shouldn't happen. And I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's fine.
it's magic. It's the power of our words are real.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, because like if you biblically or not, it's like they talk about God spoke the world into the existence and gave us the power to do the same thing to create. So if you really think about that, it's kind of wild. Like if you say something, it can't happen. It's just do you have enough belief in it to do it? It's like for me, I just know. Like when I say something, sometimes I'm like, I know it's gonna happen. Just for some reason, I just know it will. Then I say it, and it does, and I'm not even surprised by it. It's really annoying sometimes, right? But is that something that is normal for people, like in general, like when it comes to the self-belief and what we speak into existence and things like that, would you say?
Yeah, because a lot of my clients that I've had just over the past few months, like it's crazy how when they came in and the words that they chose to like say about themselves and just how horrible, let's just say, their life is. And then when you start to get them to start changing the verbiage and to just start thinking differently, like things are like the positive outcomes are happening for them. I had one client, neurologically, she's had pain in her entire body since she was like 13 years old, waking up every morning like not wanting to wake up. So when we got rid of the pain in her legs, she realized like this is real and I'm waking up pain free, and that is huge for somebody that's been waking up wanting to like not wake up every day because they're in so much pain.
I get that. Yeah, that's a major difference. So it's a mental thing for her.
Well, a lot of us carry all these emotions inside of us and it creates these disease or whatever pain, and we don't even realize it until somebody like me comes in and we're like, well, let's just clear it all out.
That's actually funny. So Aubrey, you met Aubrey this morning. She's using me as a guinea pig too for something, but like massage therapy and body movements and different types for PTSD, specifically for the emotional responses, because it triggers different spots, because she's a massage therapist. So trying to find where PTSD focuses on the body. And that's like it's an interesting concept, because you're right. The emotions create weird knots and things that come to the body. So I imagine, yeah, it would come down to the nervous system just kind of breaking down in general, right?
Yeah.
So, man, that's a crazy one. Oh, I was going to talk about something. Then it went somewhere else. But let's see. When it comes to the whole thing, when you're dealing with the types of emotions that are affecting the body, do you have multiple clients that have almost the same kind of thing, even if they have different experiences in life?
I haven't had too many of the similar experiences, but I feel like a lot of people carry around a lot of the same kind of emotions, but everybody's different.
Yeah, I can see that. See, like for me, like one of the things that I think is a huge contradiction in my head, I think of myself as pretty successful, even though I don't have money, right? I maybe clear $2,000 a month, right? But I have done more stuff than most people would ever dream to. I have the house, I have my kids, and I have a car that runs for right now. It's not paid for, but it's running. So in my eyes, I'm doing pretty well, right? But I keep getting told like I need to do better. I need to do better. And yeah, maybe
Compared
I do.
to who?
Exactly.
You know, like
Yeah, it's like I do understand that sometimes it's very like I'll skip meals because I want to make sure my kids are eating, and I don't have enough food to feed them, like feed everyone. So I'm cool with not eating that day, and that's what my dad used to do. It's almost exactly what my dad used to do, and so it's to me though that doesn't make me a failure. It just means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's just it. Yeah, maybe it would be nice to actually. I've never been on a vacation. I've never been. I never was able to take my wife on a honeymoon. I've worked most of my entire life, and so but I've done more than most people have in their entire lifetimes, in just like the past few months, just because.
mm-hmm.
It's not hard. It's just where you put your effort in, and I think that's one of the blockings I have in my head because, like, for me, I think I'm doing all right, but I know I need to do better in certain ways. I just don't see a need for it.
I think changing your thoughts and how you actually view yourself would drastically change everything in your life.
Yeah, and I don't know what I want to think about when it comes to viewing myself.
Well, we just gave you something today that will hopefully reinstall some new beliefs.
Yeah. Suffering has been a part of the journey. Part of life, honestly, for me.
We're not supposed to suffer.
You keep saying that.
I suffered a lot. Like
I don't think you needed to suffer,
too.
though.
I really thought that I was supposed to be suffering, just like you did, until I changed my belief about it.
Yeah. I don't think most people are supposed to suffer. I don't think that. No.
I think you've suffered enough, haven't you?
I don't know. That's the hardest part to get over. It's like, it's the hardest belief to get over. Because, like, for me, I feel like I haven't paid everyone back yet. And then once that's done, then I think it'd be okay. But even after that, do I really think I'll be okay? Because when is enough? I don't know. I don't know yet. I
You'll get
appreciate.
there.
Yeah. There's time.
This is like the start of changing your belief system. So, like, kudos to you. Not a lot of people will do this. This work that I do is not for everybody. Not a lot of people want to take accountability for their life and be like, you know what, this is all my fault, and it's okay for me to forgive myself. And from today on forward, I can just be a little bit better every single day, and that's what's going to matter. Because nothing that happened prior to this moment right now even matters anymore.
I know. Yesterday doesn't exist. It doesn't exist anymore. I know. See, I have no problem taking accountability of everything. I do believe everything is my fault. That's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
I can't understand people who can't do that.
But you can't forgive yourself is what's blocking you right now.
Yeah.
You can take the accountability, but you also have to be like, all right, I did all of this stuff, and it's okay for me to just be like, I forgive myself.
I don't know how to do that. I can forgive everyone else on whatever they do, right? I got shot on the range. I forgave the guy immediately and just continued teaching the class. Did not bug me whatsoever. Just had a bullet in my leg. I didn't even go to the doctors. I did not want to talk to cops that day. But yeah, it's easy to forgive other people. It's so easy. I don't understand how people can't. I feel like that's more of an ego thing.
Well, we're talking about you right now, not other people.
I know. I'm just saying, for me, it's hard to forgive myself because I know myself. I'm with myself all day. Why would I forgive that guy? He knows better. And sometimes it's just difficult to forgive someone who should know better and still made stupid ass choices.
That's what it really comes down to, the choices that we choose to make. And just choosing better the next time.
Yeah.
Instead of creating the same insanity over and over and over again.
Luckily, my insanity changes every day. Just different kind of insanity. It's just all chaotic. tumbling down, trying to go down. But I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that. Do you have an answer?
Why you like chaos so much?
Mm-hmm.
You're addicted to it. Like,
I'm
why
addicted.
wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you like it? Your whole life has been chaotic. That's all you know. You don't know how to rest. Your body doesn't feel safe when you're resting. Like the fact that I got you here on this couch and like into some kind of a trance, like when you woke up you were disoriented, like that's a good sign. You know, your willingness to do this is going to help you change.
I'm always willing to do something that someone asks me to do, even if it's something that makes me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, because guess what? You have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
There's a story with that. What was the other one?
The make the familiar unfamiliar.
Yeah. Really.
So we have to make this chaos unfamiliar because it's so familiar to you. And this is the only way that your body likes to operate is high cortisol, high adrenaline, raw, 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 you know?
I wish it felt like that sometimes, because my heart rate never even goes over 70 beats. It just
That's kind of wild.
I could be jumping out of planes. I can be driving my car. I could go like what was that, like 140 and hitting turns and all that. It don't change. It feels like how I'm feeling right now.
Interesting.
I can't get an adrenaline rush unless I'm almost asleep.
I wonder why. Why you feel like why sleep is so. We'll have to dive into that one in a few weeks.
Okay.
We can dive into that for sure.
Yeah. Dive on in. That's an American Dad reference. We love Roger. All right. Other than that, how can people find you?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, Rachel Veronica, Born for This Hypnosis. On TikTok, Born for This Hypnosis. And I also have my house on Instagram, Zen Private Paradise. I have a bunch of websites, rachelveronica.com, bornforthishypnosis.com. I just released an ebook on Amazon and Gumroad called The Identity Rewire for people that can't afford my service. I have it written out so you can try to do it for yourself at home.
That's cool. Awesome. And anything else that you want to touch on before we get off? Like anything that people should know? Anything you want to tell the world? They need to love themselves, except for that one guy. You know who the fuck you are. You know who the fuck you are. You don't have any right to deserve to love yourself. I'm joking.
The biggest thing that I want everybody to know is that you matter, you are enough, and you do not have to suffer like Ronnie suffers every single day.
It's for you guys. I suffer for you. Appreciate you. I do appreciate you, and thank you for even giving me the opportunity to do this.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Brenton, for deciding like you are getting on that fucking couch and we're fixing you. Crazy son of a bitch. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right.
Welcome.
And with that, we're out.